Hey there, what's up? This is Language-Enthusiast speaking. Today is Wednesday, October 11th, the year 2023. The time now is 12:28 p.m. The weather is very, very good in Japan. In the area where I live, I don't know the name of the city. I don't know the name of the prefecture. I just tell you that I'm living in Japan, somewhere in Japan. All right. And check this out. I just made some videos, some of my videos, past videos, private, just because I really wanted to be anonymous. I wanted to make everything anonymous. I really wanted to make everything that I'm doing here anonymous. I really want to do things anonymously because it's pretty nice to be nobody. Probably because I don't want to be responsible for anything. But when you are anonymous, of course, it's not good to, say bad things about someone else in public anonymously. It's totally irresponsible, and I don't think it's fair. But when it comes to doing something for yourself, I think being nobody is really nice to me. I really like it. So I erased some videos, previous videos in which I was actually. In these videos, you cannot see me. You can just hear my voice, and you never know who I am, except for I have this name, Language-Enthusiast, and I am Japanese. I am now 9 years old. I'm living in somewhere in Japan, and my native language is Japanese. My English is my second language, and my third language is Spanish. But Spanish is not as good as my second language, English, but I love learning languages, so that's why I named myself Language-Enthusiast. Okay. It's so nice. It feels so nice to be nobody. I really love this feeling. Okay, anyway, it's been about 70 days since I started this practice, and there are many more changes happening to me since I started this practice, about which I'm happy. And today, what am I gonna talk about? Yeah, I happened to find this YouTube channel just recently. Yeah, it looks like I came across more and more very interesting YouTube channels day by day, though, because I am keen on, is it okay? I've been keen on it. I'm always looking for any interesting YouTube videos, YouTube channels. And somehow, some videos came up as my recommended. And some of them got my attention, and I started watching some of them, not all of them because there are so many, but when I feel that, this is the channel that I have been waiting for or something like that, if I feel this way, I never fail to watch it. And I happened to find this channel, and I found it very intriguing. Actually, the title and all the descriptions and all the titles of the videos for that channel is written in Vietnamese. So obviously the channel is designed for Vietnamese people living in Vietnam, studying English. And the teacher is an American guy in his probably late 30s. And I love his pronunciation, his American pronunciation. He's enunciating his speech, and his pronunciation is very clear. And I don't love all the American English. I mean, not all American people speak the same way. Some people are not pronouncing very clearly. They are very, I cannot say it, but muffling. I don't know if there is any such a word, but okay, they are not clear enough for me to understand or even catch. Okay, but that channel's person's pronunciation was so clear that I really wanted to watch more and more of his videos. And even though the titles and descriptions are written in Vietnamese, so I cannot understand what they say actually, but still he always speaks English, clear English, and it was a good studying material for myself. It was a good listening material for myself too. So I really enjoyed watching his videos. And then I don't know what brought me to another channel. I don't remember it, but I happened to find another video also whose titles and descriptions are all written in Vietnamese, so I couldn't read them. It was quite frustrating because I couldn't understand what they said. I mean, the written language, okay, because for that channel also, I can hear English, and only the descriptions and the titles are written in Vietnamese, and also the names of playlists and all other informations are in Vietnamese. So I cannot read them, and I can imagine how frustrating it can be if you didn't understand the written text. Okay, I understand English, but I cannot understand, for example, German, French, or Korean. I can understand Chinese a bit because we share the same characters, but we have how to read them. How to read them aloud, we cannot share. Okay, so but when it comes to written language, I can read some Chinese because we share the same kanji characters. Okay, but when it comes to Korean, I cannot understand not even a single character, because they use totally different language system, and I cannot listen to and understand Korean because they are totally Greek to me. It's totally Greek to me. Okay, it's very frustrating not be able to understand the language, right? Okay, anyway, where was I? Yes, and I happened to another channel, which is also designed for Vietnamese people. But the content is very intriguing, so I started watching them. And while I was listening to some videos from their channel, the person's pronunciation reminded me of this guy, American guy, whose pronunciation I used to love so much back in 11 or 12, 13, around that time. Okay. And I was at that time I was taking this internet online English course, and their programs, monthly programs, were very interesting, very educational, and very inspirational. And there are three teachers for that program. I mean, 3 people are collaborating with each other because they are in the same group. They are in the same team. And 2 men and 1 woman. Okay, they are all American. And I applied for their program, and I probably was taking their program for about 3 years or so, but I was working on it very hard, only at the beginning, and the next 2 years, I was not very enthusiastic about it anymore, and but I was still a student. I was a member, so I kept paying for it, but I didn't pay much attention to it in the last 2 years. Looking back, now I find it really wasting and disappointing, because now that I realized that their programs are the number 1, I guess. But in those days, I didn't realize it much, so I just ignored their programs, even though they kept coming into my mailbox every month. But I didn't even click the link attached in the mail. So what a waste. Now I understand that. But okay, and while I was listening to one of the videos, actually, it was from this playlist, but the title of which I didn't read because it was written in Vietnamese, as I explained a little bit back. But I really want to know what it says. I mean, the title of the playlist. Okay, there are several videos in the playlist, and all of the videos are ones in which these 2 people are just talking to each other naturally. So it sounds like as if 2 people are just talking about something in very natural English. So their conversations are very fast and very natural, and a bit difficult and confusing for me to catch everything, though. But it could be a good practice for me. And while listening to their speech conversations, it reminded me of this American guy whose pronunciation I used to love so much. And this is the guy from this team of the program that I took part in the back in the 2011 or so, for about 3 years. Okay, and I really want to know what he's doing now, or what has been doing now. But there's no information about him on the net somehow. And what I knew about the team was that they split up somewhere around 2015 or so, even after I stopped taking their programs. Okay, so I don't know what happened to them, because one of three people in that program, in that team, has been still around there. Okay, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he looks like a guru. He's a very inspirational and very I don't know how to say it, very inspirational, influential person. And he's great. He's just great. And if I say his name, some of you might understand who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to tell his name, okay, here, because I want to be totally anonymous here, and all I'm speaking in my videos should be anonymous, okay, because I want to speak freely. So I don't want to be judged. I don't want to be pointed out. I don't want to be I cannot explain it very thoroughly now, but okay, anyway, just let it go. And yes, one of the people who could be the leader of the program or the team is still here, still there on YouTube, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he most probably every day, on a daily basis, he keeps uploading his videos live, okay? And he still has his own programs in which people can learn English from him. But what about those two people? I don't know, because there is no way I can understand that. Because no matter, I don't know how to catch up with them. Okay, anyway. But I love the pronunciation of the man. One of these two people, okay, who are missing. And he's an American guy, and he's probably in his now 50s, I guess. I love his voice. It's a very unique voice. He's a very good, unique voice. And while I was listening to some videos from the playlist, whose title and descriptions are all written all Vietnamese that I couldn't read, that video reminded of him. And as I listened to more and more videos from the playlist, I finally understood that was his voice. Okay, actually, that conversations were actually from that program that I used to take part in. And this was a bit surprising, and that was a bit suspicious to me, because I just wondered if they do it illegally, illicitly, or legitimately. I don't know. But because I thought so, because there are some other videos on that channel, particular channel from Vietnam, has videos that obviously that were not from no. Okay, let me get this straight. Okay, the channel from Vietnam has obviously some videos which were originally from other channels, and that was quite confusing, right? But it could happen. Yeah, I've seen some other videos similar to these, and they're probably from Thailand or Vietnam or some. I'm not really sure. It could happen to other channels from European countries or any other countries in the world. But when it comes to the channels I knew, many things happen to channels from many Asian countries, okay? I'm not judging anything here, so I hope you don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing them because I don't understand the truth. Real what is behind the scenes, okay? Anyway, and the channel has various kinds of videos. Those videos are not consistent. There are various kinds of, they deal with various kinds of videos, and some of them I got interested in, and I really wanted to know the original creator of those videos, and I happened to find this American guy, another guy, okay, and he has his own channel actually on YouTube, and probably some of the videos from that channel, the Vietnamese channel, borrowed or rented, I'm not sure, or just used some videos from that American guy's channel. Okay, and I'm not going to talk about this anymore because this topic is quite confusing and I cannot explain it in more detail. So something that I wanted to talk about is that I happened to find very interesting videos, and I happened to find this American guy whose pronunciation I used to love, and since I stopped taking the course or program is no longer exists because they split up. So my previous PC might have some of the audios from that program, but I lost many of them, and now that I'm disappointed because I lost most of their programs, and now I find that their programs are the best. So I really wish they were still here so I could contact them, I could apply for their programs. Just listening to their audios can be a very good listening practice, and also I can learn various facts about what's happening in the world, something that I could use in my conversations. Because the more you love it, the better it can be, and the more helpful it can be in order to improve your English, right? So when it comes to this, I really think that I believe that their programs are the best. Okay, anyway, anything else? Yeah, I've been reading this author's books named Todd Strasser, right? And I borrowed four of them books the other day, about several days ago. And since his books are mainly for young readers, like juveniles and junior high school students, native speakers, so the books are pretty thin and the letters are quite large, so I thought that I could read them all the books quite quickly. But it turned out that it's been taking longer than I had expected. I expected first, and now I'm reading the second book. I've been reading the third book, actually, but the first book, which is a novelization of this movie called Free Willy or something like that. And I started reading it, but it was about some children, homeless children, who ran away from a children's institution, and meaning that they are living outside. They are just looking for something to eat. They don't have any place to sleep in. And when I read a story about those children, or when I watch videos dealing with some homeless people on YouTube, it makes me feel so sad, and because it sounds so devastating, right? So I'm not a big fan of reading those stories and watching those stories. So it actually didn't make me read more. So I just stopped in the middle of the story, and I move on to the second book, which is about this junior high school student. He's 8th grader or 7th grader, and he and his physical education teacher's bodies switched. It's a very hilarious story, but before that, I began to read this story. There are 3 or 4 series of volumes of this. I can say it in English properly. Okay, this series consists of 3 or 4 volumes. Okay, and I borrowed 3 of them. Probably the series consists of 3 volumes, and I borrowed all of them. But I started reading from the second one. Okay, second one. But I just read the first 1/4 of the book, and then I stopped reading because the names and the situations were quite difficult to understand for me to understand. They were so complicated. Okay, they looked so complicated. They were too complicated that I stopped reading. And I started reading the volume 3 of the series, that last one, okay, the last series, that last volume of the series. And I somehow, I was able to finish the book, finish the one. And now that I understood the situation of the series very much, and then I went back to the first book that I already read 1/4 of it, okay, and then since I already knew about the situation, it was quite easy for me to read it. I mean, the first book I stopped reading about 1/4, okay, and now I'm in the middle of reading the second book, and which is actually the first book, and which is actually the volume 2 of the series. So I should have read the volume 1 first, right? Because I already read the volume 3, and now I'm reading the volume 2, and I still haven't read the volume 1, but I'm still quite enjoying reading the volume 2, which I couldn't finish at first, because I'm now aware of the situation and the names and their relationships, because it was about young people in junior high school, I don't know. So the vocabularies are quite new to me, and there are many slangs, and but I was able to learn so much. I have been learning so much vocabulary from reading those books, and the stories are very fun and hilarious, and especially, for example, the one I'm reading now that I couldn't finish at first is the most hilarious, and it's about the first day of the school. But this protagonist named Jake has to go through the same day over and over again, meaning he begins his first day at school as the 8th grader, and then he finished the day, and the next day when he wakes up, that was his first day at school again. And it makes him wonder why he has to do the same day again, because he has done it yesterday, the day before, right? And without knowing what is happening to him, he is going to do the first day at school again, and then he finished the day, and the next day when he wakes up, everything is back to where it was, and he has to do the first day at school again. And now I'm reading the book, and I'm in the middle of the book, and where it is, he has done the same day 4 times. And every time he repeats the same day, he tries to do something new, which makes his the same day a little bit different. And I find this very intriguing, because we cannot repeat the same day over and over again, right? If we could do this, if we did this, we could make our day even better, right? Because usually we cannot repeat the same day, so we just regret it, and we regret that doing something differently. But in this story, the boy can repeat the same day over and over again, and each time he can make it even better. And I don't know what's going to happen from now, because it's the story, and it's going to end eventually, right? And I don't know how the story is developing, but it's quite new. I mean, the concept is quite new to me, and I really enjoy reading it. And I'm looking forward to reading it more and more. So reading is very fun, and I laugh a lot while reading this book, because it's so fun. It's so funny. It's so hilarious. It's so weird. It's unrealistic. And I finished my speaking practice early, and then I listened to it later to review, and then I have so much free time, and I really enjoy reading this book, and even I can finish this book today, and I will start reading another book of this author, which is the last book. I mean, I only have 4, and I gave up Free Willy, but I still have 1 book that I haven't even started reading yet. So I think I'll move on to another book today. Okay, now there's a construction going on just in front of my house, and they are doing something on the road, and the air is so dirty because of the construction. So I'm going to finish this recording now, because now the window is open and I have to close the window. I'm working toward the window now. The air is so dirty. I'm closing the window, and I'm now close the window. Okay, thank you for listening, and I'm going to talk about something else tomorrow too as my practice. So I hope you have a wonderful Thursday tomorrow, okay? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.